dreams. I'm Lindsay, and I apologize if I look a little bit ragged, but I got completely like dressed and ready to film this video and looked at the clock and realized it was time to go to church. And on the way home we stopped at CVS to try to pick up some of the school supplies that we were missing, and they didn't have any, so I made the mistake of stopping at Walmart. So now I have emotional distress. Anyway, this is my Sunday favorites. So I have a whole little basket here of things, so let's get started. First thing is hair. I got this in July's Lip Monthly. This is the John Frieda Frizz Ease Straight Fixation Smoothing Cream. I love this stuff. I put it on my hair before I blow dry, and it actually blow dries it a lot straighter than it usually does. I mean, my hair usually blow dries straight, but not as straight as this does it. It actually kind of closes down the cuticle a little bit, so that is really nice, and I'm loving it. And I've only been using it for about a week, but I will probably be purchasing a full size when I'm out of this. Next thing is a mask, and I posted a picture of this on my Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you saw this on my face. It's a really interesting color, but it's the Freeman anti-stress mask with Dead Sea minerals. It's like a really bright, like green color, like a sea green color. So it looks really funny on it. It freaks my kids out, which I love. But it's really been cleansing my face really well. Like, it's not a harsh mask. I just feel really refreshed and bright whenever I'm done with it. And let's see, that is all of that kind of stuff. So let's move on to what I have been wearing this week. I am still absolutely in love with the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur. I have the foundation and the concealer. We'll see, the foundation I have in 204 Creamy Natural, and the concealer I have in 302 Light. And I've just been putting them on with this like flat top Sonia Kashuk brush, and I love the finish it gives. I think that it's really flawless. And there you have it. I have still been using my Physicians Formula BB Beauty Balm, the kind of bronzy color, as my foundation setting powder, because my body is a little bit darker than my face, not a ton, but this just kind of is giving a little bit more color to my foundation. For blush, I've been using the Physicians Formula Nude Wear. Let's see, this is the Glowing Nude Blush in the color Natural. And this really does give me just a really natural flush. I like that it has several different colors, and I just swirl them all together and put that on my cheeks. Plus, I mean, the packaging is super cute. So, for my highlight, I've been using the Physicians Formula Miami Strip in Healthy Glow. The Healthy Glow bronzer in Miami Strip, and I like this because it does have shimmer to it, but it's got lighter colors and it's got darker colors, so you could actually use this part as a bronzer, or you could use these as eyeshadow colors. But I've been using kind of a mixture of these top three as my highlight, because my skin is more tan right now, and so that's giving me a little bit better of a highlight color. Oh, for primer, I've been working on using up this sample of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I like this. I don't think that I'll be buying the full size, because I think that the e.l.f. primer and the Flower Beauty primer are actually, like the Flower Beauty primer, the best out of all of the three, but they're all kind of a silicone-y based clear primer. So I won't be buying that. I'll just be sticking with the Flower Beauty one. For brows, I am still just in love with this, the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Sculptor. I did a full review of this, and I will link that down below. I also did a full review of the L'Oreal Visible Lift, and I will link that below as well. For eyes, I've been using the L'Oreal Silkis Me, is that how you say it? I don't think anybody knows how to say it right. In black for my lower lashes and tight lining, and then I've been using Kat Von D's inked liner in Trooper. I love this eyeliner. It's like the best eyeliner on the planet. I used to be a tattoo liner junkie, but now I'm an inked liner junkie. The difference is that this one, the felt tip is just a little bit fatter. So that's the only real difference between those two. Go back in the drawer. Don't want to go back in the drawer. It's because my eyelash curler is like in the way. Sorry. Fighting with my little drawers here. For eyelashes, I've been using this Golden Rose Infinity Lash Volume and Length Mascara. I love this mascara. It gives you a lot of volume. It gives you a really decent amount of length. And it's just great. I'm afraid that I'm getting to the end of it, but I will be repurchasing this. It's only like $12 or $13 on Amazon. And then I have been completely obsessed this week, which this is an old love back out, but this is Kat Von D's True Romance palette in Poetica, and you can see this, these colors are just absolutely lovely. I actually did a get ready with me that I posted on Friday with these colors, and I will link that down below in case you want to watch that. And it is what I have on right now. I cannot stop doing this look because I love it. So that has been really fun. And then I got this. I finished up my little travel size of the Urban Decay all-nighter is the one that I had, and I loved it. And I picked this up, actually, my mom ordered it for me. It's the Mary Kay makeup finishing spray, and this is by Skindinavia, who is the same company who makes the Urban Decay one. So this stuff is really super fantastic, and it's $18. The Urban Decay one is $20, so you save a couple of bucks. And then my last favorite, I'll say two more favorites for the week. One is perfume, and I've talked about this before, but the Viktor & Rolf Flower Bomb. This is the largest size that I have, which I bought this like deluxe sample off of eBay. This perfume is so expensive. I usually just wear samples and stuff that I get in my boxes, but I love this perfume. This one I've been wearing almost every day this week, except for a couple days I wore the Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet, which I just have a little, I just have little card samples of. I didn't even have a little spray thing, but I love that one too. I really want both of those perfumes, but they're so expensive, so I'm just gonna have to save up. Book favorite this week has been Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. And if you have not read this book, I highly recommend it. Basically what it's about is it's about a guy who becomes a quadriplegic and the girl who ends up taking care of him. And I will just warn you, this is a tearjerker, an absolute tearjerker. I usually don't cry at books and movies and things like that. I mean, I don't know. I think there's something wrong with my tear ducts. Like, I don't cry. Like, I just don't. But this actually made me a little bit teary, and a lot of people I talked to, they said it was just like a sob fest. In fact, on the back, I was laughing at this, it says, the quote from the Oprah magazine says, "To be devoured like candy between tears." That's like so, anyway, so many people recommend this to me, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's so hokey, and I usually don't like romance types books, but I love this. I will be posting a review of it on the blog pretty soon, so watch for that. And then another favorite this week has been this purse shell, which is this great like peach color, and then it's got this little like tassel thing on it. Where did it go? These little tassels on there, and with like the white, this is a Miche purse, and if you guys are not familiar, I've actually done a video for the classic purses, but basically you can take off the shell and change it to something else. And I had got this shell and I've used it a couple of times, but for some reason this week this just really made me happy. This is the demi size and it's got like little pockets on the side, which I absolutely love. So I will leave a link below where you can pick up this shell if you want to. So that is all of my favorites for the week, and I'm afraid I have a good number of flops this week. The first thing is this NYC Big Bold Volume by The Lash. This is like the third mascara that I've tried by NYC, and they just stink. Like, they don't do anything. Hello, Miss Juliet. She's trying to sneak behind my pillow there. She's like, where is everybody? Oh, don't burn your nose, kitty. Don't burn your nose, kitty. Okay. Anyway, I have been really disappointed with all of the NYC mascaras. I don't think that I'll try anymore because they just don't do anything. They darken your lashes and that's about it. It's this really big fat brush, so you would expect more from it, but no. Another mascara fail, and this is not a total fail. I did a full review of this and I will link that down below, but this is the Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal mascara. It was just really, it just made my lashes really spidery, and it's again another really big fat brush. I expect those big fat brushes to give me a lot of volume, and it just didn't. It made my lashes kind of spidery, and I did have a little bit of problem with clumping with it. So I may, let it sit a little bit longer. I did let it sit for a couple weeks to see if it would dry out a little bit more. It is already a really dry formula. She's like tearing up my bed back there. Anyway, I will not be repurchasing that mascara. Let's see, skincare fails. First thing was this Instant Skin Tightener and Line Filler is a little sample that I got from Ipsy or Birchbox. I can't remember which one. But I put this on and I really didn't like it. It was really kind of sticky and it kind of left my face feeling sticky, which I don't like. I just didn't like it at all. The smell is fine. It doesn't really smell like anything, but I just really didn't like it. I tried it twice, but yeah, I just didn't like it. And then the Saint Tropez Gradual Tan Anti-Aging Plus, the facial tanner. This is not a complete 100% total fail, but as my skin has gotten back to its combination state, where I am a little bit oilier, this makes my face feel really disgusting and oily. So I'm probably going to put this aside and save it for the beginning of next summer. Maybe if my face is a little bit drier, then it will work, but right now it's just way too oily. And then this, if you watched my, I think it was June Birchbox, yeah, I think it was June, might have been July, I got this Suki Exfoliate Foaming Cleanser, and it's this lemon smell, and I had gotten one and it was all dried out, and so they sent me a new one and I used it 3 times and I loved it. It left my face feeling so clean, but not tight, but I mean just clean, and it smells great. And I was considering purchasing this, the full size, and then after I used it 3 times, it completely dried out on me again. So I stuck some water in there and now I'm able to get like just a tiny bit off on my finger, but it completely dried out again. And it's still, I mean, there's a tiny bit on there that I can get to after leaving water sitting in it for 3 days. But the majority of it, and you can kind of see on the sides there where it's just like all dried out. So that is a real big disappointment because I really liked it, and I can't find my towel anywhere. I really liked it the 3 times that I got to use it. So let me know if you've tried this and if it dried out on you. And then the last 2 fails that I have are nail polishes, and I posted these on my Instagram, which is @dishwaterdreams. make sure to follow me. The first one is this Maybelline Color Show in the color Shocking Seas. This color is absolutely beautiful. I loved the color, but it was a really watery formula, and after 2 coats it was still kind of splotchy and not completely opaque in all areas, just in some areas. And it was, I had to let it completely dry before I could put a top coat on it, or it messed it up. And after less than 24 hours, it had already completely rubbed off on the tips of my nails. So that is definitely a no-go. I had the same problem, but worse, with this wet nail polish in the color Facetious that came in July's Ipsy bag. Again, the color is stunning. I love the color, but ironically, this formula was really wet. It was too liquidy, and after 3 coats, it was still patchy, not opaque in all areas, very, very runny. I had a lot of cleanup that I had to do on my fingers, and when I, looked at it after it was completely dry, it just looked a hot mess. So, which is really too bad. So that is all of my favorites and fails for this week. Have you guys used any of these products? Are you loving them? Is there anything that you think that I should try? And I'm gonna do something new this week, and I wanna get to know you guys a little bit better. So I'm gonna start asking you this probably every week or every couple of weeks, but I would like to know what is the best thing that happened to you this week. So leave me a comment down below and let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!